Hello everyone and welcome to the NASCAR Heat 5 Season Mode. We're doing a full 36 race playthrough, and I have a few inspirations for doing this series. One is we're up to the final entry of the NASCAR Heat series, NASCAR Heat 5, so thank the one upstairs. And we're also up to the final season of Clint Bowyer's career. And so I figured the premise of my mock series, and this is a spoiler alert if you haven't watched Season 1, so I guess click off and watch all 40-some episodes. But the premise of my mock series was the 2019 season ran with the 2020 schedule. So I started back in, I think, July of 2019. Either way, this is the spoiler. Clint Bowyer ended up being the champion. So I figured we're going to try and recreate that magic, because Clint Bowyer is who we're going to be running this full playthrough with, and it's with the 2020 schedule. We're not using the revised schedule, we're using the initial 2020 Cup Series schedule. So this is mainly a replacement series for now of the mock series, because I will be open from now, which this will either be uploaded Halloween or November 1st. From now until January, I won't be covering any mock series stuff, so I figure we might as well, try this out, see what the response is, and hope you folks enjoy it. Let's get into it. Okay, so for championship mode settings, I'm letting everyone see my adjustments. We will enable DNFs. So difficulty preset is the highest it can get, expert. Manual transmission, hide cockpit wheel, I don't really care about that. I don't race with cockpit. Cockpit's disgusting in this game. So is the word. But I don't have enough experience with simulators anyway. Even though when I cover NR, I don't really play it very often. It's the deficit between the player and the AI card that makes me not want to drive in that. What do you mean, disable making rivals through career mode? This is not career mode. This is season. So I hope that if I turn this on, it means we will get rivals in season. Because that's definitely not what that means. Either way, we're doing 25% races, 4 times wear. So obviously that equals out, so I don't want to be doing 100% races, but I still want to pit the same amount of times as you would in a 100% race. Strict yellows, all 3 stages, and quick qualification. And on the AI side of this, we're keeping everything set to normal. Tire wear, all that. Mechanical failures, normal. Impact forces, normal. But we are working with drafting partners for the full season. It's going to make things get probably more aggressive than they should, but it should be entertaining at the very least. And I forgot one key element before I started this. So I race with a Thrustmaster T150 wheel, which has the PlayStation button locations, but since I bought this on PC, we have the Xbox button locations, so I actually have to have an Xbox controller setting on my desk in front of me, so I remember what buttons to press, because both have an X and they mean different things. So I practically have to translate this with a Rosetta Stone. Alright, so here we go, Daytona, the biggest race of the season. Real quick, I want to see if Clint Bowyer looks anything like Clint Bowyer. Not at all. Looks like some kind of deformed Joseph Newgarden. Alright, so I'm going to take a shot at qualifying. I doubt we'll qualify any higher than probably like 38th or something, considering it's a plate track. But I might as well give it a shot. I don't think this is going to do anything, but I'm running my outlap up against the wall as if this is some sort of level realistic, even though it's NASCAR Heat. I'm more or less throwing it out there that I'm trying everything I can do to get some more speed out of this, because I'm confident the AI is going to be running Bill Elliott level lap times at 2:10. Cut down to the bottom to begin lap 1. Alright, so the pole speed is a 45.65. Let's see how we do with the stripe. Way off of that.
Alright, coming to the green. This one counts.
A 46.5. By the way, you might be able to tell the spotter is Jeffrey Michael Gordon. Definitely not something that he was hired for. I don't think anyone hires Jeff Gordon based on spottering talents. I already am probably going to go slower this lap because I clipped the apron mid-corner, so de-wedged it anyway. Actually, I don't think that even works in the NASCAR Heat games, because the driving model doesn't make any sense. So if you touch the apron, if the AIs touch the apron, I bet you'd speed them up, because they're on such a different ethereal plane than I am. All right, lap 2, 46.4. I am 36 fastest. Yeah, I don't think I really did need to qualify. I out-qualified Byron, if that means anything. Alright, so here we go. Time for the race. Let's see what happened between the qualification and now. David Reagan's been struggling all weekend. Oh boy. Tyler Reddick crashed during qualifying. That might help me a little, but I am going to start on the outside now. Hamlin wins the pole. Of course he would. Alright, so let's do it. Starting outside of the Mr. iRacing himself.
Green out. Inside.
So, the reason I'm not doing career mode is I think that
Got one inside.
career mode at this point has been a little bit overdone, considering that all 5 of these NASCAR Heat games, frankly, are just about the same. At least since NASCAR Heat 3, they've pretty much been the same. The driving model improved a little bit from 3 to 4, but career mode didn't really get changed at all as Custer checks up everyone. Trying to get to the outside right here, cutting through every single line. I don't know what just happened right there, but I'm going to try to cut behind Kevin and just hope to have a bit of a quieter stage 1 after that incredible start. Suarez being willing to push me,
Clear high, bud.
even though my teammate's right outside. Look at the speed. 206, 7, 8,
Still there.
9. 9. That's the limit. I've been calling Jimmy Johnson 209 all season because I think it was one of the dual races earlier this year. He went 209 miles an hour in the draft, which was just fantastic. I'm not making legal passes, but we'll just say that Harvick forced me down. Even though he's a teammate, I'm quitting, so fire me. I'm Clint Bowyer.
Still there.
All right, so 13 laps to go in the stage. We have 9 laps on fuel. I'm going to try and stay out as long as humanly possible, even if I need to coast back to the start-finish line without gas. Because in this game, when cars are coming off pit road and there's cars still running on track,
Still there.
I 100% guarantee that a caution will come out. Because somebody's going to ram into someone else and LePage the world. I just hope to be in front of it and catch a lucky caution to lap some cars.
Careful. Still there.
If we get a caution before the end of the stage or before the pit cycle starts from some kind of phantom tire failure or something, phantom beer can, that will definitely hurt my strategy. And also, I was running a test race earlier, and it was at Daytona. I ran out of gas, and I realized my spotter, Jeff Gordon, won't tell me what my pit road speed limit is if you're out of gas. So I obviously sped. But it'd be nice if when you're out of gas, they at least tell you what the pit road speed limit. You know the pop-up window that's supposed to show up
Still there.
and say like 55 or whatever? That didn't show up either. So
Still there.
that was real convenient. Look at this. I've just been rambling, not really paying attention to where I'm going. I'm up to 8th spot. Giving Truex a shove to get up to this front train. Who's leading, by the way? Looks like Ty Dillon, maybe?
All clear.
I think it's still Hamlin. Yeah, see, that's the caution that was going to ruin my strategy. If I pit, I should be able to make it to the end. But if I don't pit, could I make it to the end? That's the question. Estimated fuel remaining 7 laps, 12 to go after pit. I can come through the field, I'm pitting. What's it matter? I got up to the front while just rambling, so
Smart out here.
we'll see what happens. I'm willing to take risks early.
Green out. Let's go.
Estimated fuel, 12 laps. At the stripe, how many laps will we have? Now it's down to 11. We'll have 8 laps to go.
Careful. Still there.
So I think that played up pretty well. So now I'm just going to drive like a madman to get up front.
Bottom here.
Hopefully work with a teammate right here in Cole Custer.
All clear.
And by the way, now that Briscoe's going to what is happening here, now that Briscoe's going to the 14, I won't really have anyone who I like at Stewart-Haas Racing next year. And it's not like I really dislike who's going to be there. It's just that I don't like anyone who's going to be there. if that makes any sense. It's like my opinions of Denny Hamlin.
Still there.
It's like I don't dislike him, but I don't like him. If that makes any sense. Bobby Carter needs to get out of the way real quick right here. Because he's brake checking me
Careful, still there.
at Daytona, so just get out of here. Should have stayed in iRacing.
Careful.
And he's side drafting me. I'm losing my patience and losing my physics.
Stay low.
Okay, Blaney willing to give a push right here.
Car outside.
Wow, that's working real nice. Up to Timmy Hill. Let's say he forced me below again. BJ McLeod. Hopefully someone will drop to the bottom here. I'm a little bit helpless right now.
Careful,
Okay,
still
McLeod
there.
goes to the bottom. Immediately gets slowed up by Kevin.
You're outside.
I'm not exactly being a very good teammate right now. Pushing McLeod past Harvick, and I'm sure McLeod's going to try and brake check me here. Just the nature of the AI in this.
Stay on the bottom.
There we go. That was a tight hole to get into.
Still there.
Yeah? Yeah? He forced me.
Still there.
That's no doubt. He's still forcing me. NASCAR. Mike Helton.
Now.
Mike,
Towers called a caution.
I'm now the leader. I did not need to pit. I'm willing to start in the back at the beginning of stage 2.
Ready. Green's out. Let's go.
Ty Dillon outside.
All right. You're
2 to go in the stage. I have 8 laps of fuel, so I think that pitting first was a smart move. I hope this ain't like NASCAR Heat 3, where tire wear somehow indicates how fast you go on a straight line, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. You know, physics like that is something you could maybe expect out of, like, Bad Boys 2 on the GameCube. Like if there was a driving segment. Physics like that, I could see in a game such as that, but not in one like this. One going the stage right here, Ryan Newman behind me. Fortunately, the field is staying single file, which benefits me pretty significantly, because I don't need to try and kill myself by blocking. So Newman's pretty content. Consider this a Ford lockdown of the front. Probably manufacturer orders involved in this. And then it goes Elliott, LaJoy, and Dillon. Okay, Newman. You went to the top. That was a bad idea. I don't think that was a manufacturer order. But if I can get Corey LaJoy to finish second in this stage, that'd be fantastic. We're going to do it. It's going to be LaJoy in second. Ty Dillon in third. The best result. Stenhouse into fourth.
Way to go, driver.
That's great. We're going to pit now. Keeping people out of points-paying positions. LaJoy took the lead on pit road. Don't know where they got their pit crew from this week.
All right. You're coming to the green.
Because I'm sure,
Ready.
you know, go-fast pit crews aren't exactly the best. "13 laps to go in the stage, 11 laps on fuel.
Careful. Still there.
Should I try and save
Clear all
enough
around.
gas to get to the end? Because, you know, like I said earlier, there's going to be a caution in this stage if it goes completely green anyway. Like, no matter what, there will be a yellow because of some tragic LePaging accident. But I want to be in front when that happens, because it's always so close to the end of the stage. I'm going to let LaJoy buy me, because I need to draft with someone if I'm trying to save gas.
Hold your line.
Stenhouse pushing LaJoy. It's kind of smart. Jimmy Johnson willing to push me, cutting down to Suarez, though.
Got one outside.
And now I'm going to run about half throttle behind Stenhouse. Whoa, he just opened up the bottom. Come on.
Still there.
Suarez. That was a real good push right there.
Got a car high now.
it's hard to conserve fuel at a super speedway because, you know, you keep convincing yourself that you want to move faster and faster towards the front.
Stay low.
Or farther, I should say. Gase. Jeez. Where'd you steal your Hendrick engine? Alright, half throttle. Let's actually conserve some gas. Still going 204. The funny thing is, I'm almost not on the throttle pedal at all right now. But I'm still going over 200. So that's a good sign. Hope that we're actually saving something out of this. Because I want to get as far as possible to the end of this stage. And I keep wanting to call them segments as I can. Hopefully Gase will try to push me again.
Last 10 laps. You gotta
See,
focus.
we're getting a little bit closer to making it farther on fuel. I kind of want to drop back to like 5th or so I can save gas a little bit better than just having one car a little bit distantly ahead of me. Brennan gone. Good job.
Careful, still there.
I'm barely on the throttle right now. I wish I had a foot camera to show that. But I'm going to try and tuck in behind Joey right here. Convince Gase to go with me. Well, two Joeys there, Gase and Logano. But I want to tuck behind Logano and get the 51 car up to the bumper so that we can really start to save. It's exceptionally hard to save gas when you're on 4 times wear. You know? What's up with this weaving? Gase and, not Gase, Logano, confusing my Joeys. Logano and Gone, they're trying to go places. I feel like I'm riding the throttle a little bit too hard. Got to back off the pace a little bit. It'd be helpful if I had a better, you know, stronger car behind me instead of just Joey Gase. You know, if I could get Hamlin, who's trying to poke his nose on the outside line, up to me.
Hold your line. Got one
Come on,
outside.
Dennis.
All right, you're clear.
Let's go places.
Inside.
Yeah, I'm going to slip in behind the 34, back up to full throttle so I can get up to these guys. Because remember, everyone has to pit. But I just want to be the one that at least has to pit later. That didn't work. A little bit disappointed. I had to run full throttle a lot of that lap. At least now I can coerce Chastain into working with me.
Hold your line.
I got no one willing to work with me right now. Except for BJ up and, well, behind me. McLeod, come on. Do I need to start bringing back the hand signals? 6 laps to go on the stage. I've saved about half a lap of gas. Thereabouts. Which is pretty good, considering my circumstances. I want to get in behind somebody. See, right there, it switched down to 4. So I did manage to save a little bit. I'm full throttle right now, so I can get up to the 77.
Careful, still there.
Or somebody else. I mean, I'm just trying to find a drafting partner right here.
Good.
All right, I'm able to save a little bit more being in this close pack right here with McLeod, trying to kind of back off the pace a little bit, because when you close up to a bumper, that's when you can really save the most. Cars are probably going to start pitting this time by. But I'm pretty confident we can get a little bit farther. Just by the way I've been saving. Can't really save right now because you know, we're a little bit too far behind. Trying to close the gap right here so I can go quarter throttle even. More or less driving Daytona like it's Atlanta. LaJoy, come on. Get up to the bumper. Stop lifting, dummy. See, right there, it just switched down to 2. 2 laps to go on the fuel. So I have been saving. Alright, so I'm hoping to make it a little bit extra.
You're almost out of gas.
Almost out of gas, but not completely, Jeff.
Hold your line.
Come on, somebody decide to push. So we got these guys coming down the pit road this time by. We're going to have the number switch to 1 right there. So if we save a little bit more this lap. All right, so we convinced some people to stay out with us. I want Custer to drop behind, well, in front of me. Because right here is when we could see something pretty ridiculous. Such as, I think, what Custer's about to do.
All clear. Bottom's free. Use it if you need it.
So right there, it just switched to 0. I'm hoping that right about here, because I will run out of gas this lap, is when they screw up. Because you see, we got all these cars. There it is.
Great job.
That's exactly the strategy I was working. BJ in 3rd, Gase 4th. Exactly what I want to see. Now let's pit. Cycle out in 25th. That's fine. There we go. That's some strategy of stupid AI for you. Take notes. Let's get up here. Work with the bumper of Wallace.
Stay low. Stay low.
What was that, Truex? What was that going on right there?
Still there.
16 laps to go. 10 laps on fuel. I have a pretty good feeling we're going to get a caution in this stage. We always get cautions. Well, okay, it might just be now.
Hold your line.
Okay. I don't know what was going on there. Truex doesn't care. He's willing to push. You know what? Gase? Gase. Hill. Hill's who I just about killed off turn 2. We're going to work together. We're going to do it. He's dropping back. He didn't buy a Roush Yates engine for this race. He has a recycled RPM engine from the Reed Sorensen days. Joey Gase, he did and then sped up because of the fantastic physics. Caution. We're getting a caution. Yeah, so we couldn't make it to the end on gas anyway. This is going to get risky because I feel like I might have just made the wrong call. I've been ahead on strategy the whole race. I don't really know what to do now.
Ready.
That's made fuel 9 laps.
Stay low.
12 to go. We will have to pit. But just when?
Still there.
That's the question. For all I know, there could be another caution. Newman, come on.
Farther on the inside.
Gase, give me a push.
Down low now.
Do the symbol. Do the thing.
Got one inside.
The gesture.
Careful.
Mad
Still there.
gesticulations.
Down your outside.
Gonna have to make a decision here.
Good wheel here.
I didn't.
Line, driver.
Just about got mowed over by the 16 and 43. Justin? He kept it real.
Stay on the
You
bottom.
can see the skid marks from somebody down there. I wrecked someone earlier. I think it was Chad Fincham. I already forgot.
Still there.
But I know somebody should be upset. Get underneath Eric Jones. Hopefully Balicki stole a Hendrick engine as well. Can get up with the...
Careful. Still there. Car outside.
Okay, Kevin. Whoa. I should keep my eyes on the road. I don't want to try 4 wide. I think that's why I just about killed Timmy Hill, but I hit a bump anyway, which slowed me down, so that, I think, just saved the field. A mysterious bump in the road off turn 4 might have just saved 3 lives. Is that Quinn Half? Is that Quinn Half up front? Not leading, but he's in like 5th. Is that who I think it is? Is that Bobby Carter leading the Daytona 500? Well, not now. I think it's John Hunter Nemechek, which actually is probably worse. Matt Kenseth actually clearing a hole for me right here, so I'm going to work with him. Should I try the gas conservation method? I'm going to start doing the conservation method because I had to drive all the way up through the field, so I really couldn't save any. Doesn't help when Bell is side drafting you, so when you're quarter throttle, it really does look like you're quarter throttle. You're not getting helped by the draft any. Yeah, that's Chad Fincham. I'm pretty sure I wrecked you earlier. But just, there's too much talent in the seat of the 49. Just far too much. Whoa, he just wrecked himself. That's perfect timing. Caution. Pit. Get everything. Let's do it. Let's win the 500. Bad restart. Scratch that top 3. Got 5 laps to go, and I think I just killed it. Hopefully someone checks up in turn 1 and turn 2 to get me back into this. All right, I'm going to have to perform a Jeff Gordon level hustle right here. Remember 98? That. I'm also going to disrespect the yellow line thoroughly. Bowman, let's do something. We're in DEFCON 0 right now. Suarez knows what I mean. Jeff Gordon method. Hey, Jeff's my spotter. He taught me all this. Blame him. I'm going to say everyone crowds me down there, including Bill Elliott. Like it was all endangering Brian Francis suppliers. And then they'll know what it means. Hey, if they're not going to put in black flags if you go under the line, I'm going to go under the line. Consider it bad programming. Because I'm not going to respect a rule that isn't there. 44.2. Wow. All right. That's a pretty good lap, even though I was going like 210 from the draft. Harvick, are you really going to slow me down like that? Kevin, for real. All right, this is a good push right here. Somebody's checking up. Get to the inside of Newman. Let's start making things happen.
Still there.
Josh, come on.
Still there.
Timmy Hill, no thank you.
2 laps to go.
2 to go. Ty Dillon. Step on the accelerator for the first time. I know that RCR equipment's got more in it.
Careful, still there.
If Brennan Gaughan can just about win every super speedway race, then I know that the 13's got more power in it. See, Brennan's in front of you, Ty. That's proof. Quinn Half. Let's do it. Corey, get out of the way. All right, Brennan Gaughan. It's down to you and whether or not you will get out of the way. Bobby Carter
Stay low, stay low.
into second. Bubba Wallace, your leader.
1 more to go.
1 lap to go. Bobby Carter, get out of the way.
Careful, still there.
Bubba Wallace could do this.
Still there.
If Corey LaJoie ain't willing to push me, then he's going to lose the
Clear.
SHR support. Well, it's going to be a fan favorite. It's not my favorite, because it wasn't me. But congratulations.
Top 5.
And a caution happened as we were touching the line, but it still ended. Second, that's fine. Bubba's in the playoffs. So that's one driver that will be eliminated. Race time, -1 lap for everyone. Really? Really? Matt DiBenedetto was 46 laps down. I don't think any of them results are accurate. Either way, I guess, the point leader. Corey LaJoie in second. That's because of stage points. I said the fastest lap. According to F1, I should get some points. All right, so here are the season standings so far. Obviously, Bubba on top. Pretty sure he's going to drop as we go. I don't even know if he'll get top 30 in points, to be completely honest with you, so he might not make the playoffs. I haven't done enough races in this game to really know where Bubba falls on the list of drivers. But I do know Bobby Carter will not stay up here. Quinn Half won't. Probably 90% of the top 16 currently. Point standings overall. Who's on the bottom? Should be Matt DiBenedetto, so... No, it isn't. It is Michael McDowell, who scored 1 point. I'm giving you my end finger right now. But, yeah, so that's the conclusion of Episode 1. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Runner-up in the Daytona 500, not too bad. I cheated 95% of them spots out. But, on to Las Vegas in the next episode, so I'll see you then.